Stage 1 of Paris-Nice was the start of the 90th anniversary edition of the Race to the Sun, beginning in the Yvelines region around the French capital Paris, heading slowly south, maybe into crosswind territory, with a brand new team time trial format to come on Stage 3, before hitting the hills and then finally the mountains. A big ski station finish on the Saturday, and then the Sunday's traditional final stage around Nice, taking in the race's signature climb, Col d'Èze. Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogačar, the last two winners of the Tour de France, were present, both making their Paris-Nice debuts, their first face-off of this 2023 season. The opening stage in and around the town of La Verrière. 2 laps of a circuit twisting and turning and hoping for the wind to blow, I'm sure, the organisers. 169.4 kilometres with a very late intermediate sprint, providing 6, 4 and 2 bonus seconds and topping out over the top of a hill at just 5.9 kilometres to go. The wind wasn't blowing though. That would have been the first disappointment for the organisers. The rest though would be entertainment. 2 riders out there in the breakaway, Paul Ursulin of Total Energy and Jonas Gregor riding for Uno X Pro Cycling Team. UAE Emirates and Jumbo-Visma waited, and they'd start to get interested with just less than 40 kilometres to go, protecting their GC riders as the rest of the sprint teams would also be ready for action. The break brought back, but it'd be EF Education EasyPost who'd set up the first attack of the day. That coming after a crash that put Thibaut Guernolec in trouble, and a few riders caught out behind. That opening attack would come on the penultimate climb of the day, just 500 metres long but at 12%, a typical classics climb for this time of year, and Neilson Powless, already a stage race winner in France this year, would go away, and then Tadej Pogačar would follow him. Jonas Vingegaard made it into the first split, but with 20 kilometres to go, there were too many riders in that split, and it would be brought back just a few kilometres later. That wasn't enough for Powless. He wanted more. Again he would attack, but this time on his own with 16.4 kilometres remaining. The sprinters got reorganised behind, their teams did the chasing, and as we came to the final climb of the day, everything would be back together. Jumbo-Visma, UAE Emirates setting things up. 6 bonus seconds available for the first to cross the line at the intermediate sprint. And today Pogačar would turn up. He went for it. Vingegaard would be forced to follow, but would miss out on the bonus seconds. Pogačar taking 6, 4 going to Latour, 2 to the French rider Godon. Vingegaard would make it across to a small split. 4 would start to ride. Godon would fall away, but the trio up front would stop collaborating. It became clear that the sprinters were going to bring things back. Latour was left alone. Back it did come, and under the Flamme Rouge, it would be Soudal Quick-Step who would control things. Almost 4 hours of racing when Sénéchal, the French champion, was ahead. His teammate Tim Merlier waited on the wheel of Olaf Koy. Danny van Poppel started the lead out for a good-looking Sam Bennett. Arnaud Delis was trying to come around. Mads Pedersen was there, but it would be Tim Merlier who would win a stage of Paris-Nice. And 90 years after the first ever stage of Paris-Nice was won by a Belgian, it would be the Belgian champion who would win the opening stage of the anniversary edition. Merlier winning stage 1, taking the yellow jersey. Soudal Quick-Step doing what they do best yet again. Merlier, Bennett, Pedersen the podium on the day. Koy and Delis inside the top 5. And that meant that Merlier would pull on the yellow jersey of Paris-Nice for the first time in his career. He'd lead by 4 seconds ahead of Bennett and Pogačar. Pogačar, the best of the GC riders with those bonus seconds. Leader in the clubhouse after a sprint day. The perfect position for the Tour winner from a couple of years ago to be in. Stage 2 takes the riders into crosswind territory, but no gigantic gales forecast yet.
They head to Fontainebleau, 163.7 kilometres in total. Should be a sprint on paper, but again with this race, you just never know. A late intermediate sprint with 6 more bonus seconds available. That big carrot once more dangled by the organisers. And Paris-Nice is off and running. A great start to a great race. You can catch it all week long, live or on demand on GCN+.